Japanese admiral made the statement that I am afraid that we have awakened a sleeping giant. And I think he hit the nail right on the head when they start tapping all the available workforce in the United States that they had, and all the women that went into the workforce. Boy, it was terrific.
Luther Bierke on the left and George Grinberg on the right have not seen each other since they went down to basic training together over 75 years ago.
What's it been since you guys last saw each other?
75 years, I suppose.
Well, really?
I haven't seen it since we were in the Army. We were on latrine duty.
Latrine duty. Owen recited from the USS Logan's ship log, reliving when they saw that fateful United States flag flying on the top of Mount Suribachi.
Yeah, this was in February of 45. There was a LCT, that's a landing craft, alongside with casualties, and then that was at 12:30, and then 1442, that would be 242, and there was a 238 alongside with casualties, and our sick bay is overflowing with patients. And yeah, during the mid-watch fighting morning, a Marine private, 5th Division, dies on board from wounds received in action against an organized enemy. On the 8 to 12 watch of February 23rd, we pulled into the transport area for night retirement. Japanese mortar still fell in the landing area. At 10:31, the word was passed, the Marines have raised the flag on Suribachi. And someone shouted, "Look, they're on top of the volcano." There was a some-sized snail, size waving in the breeze. Boy, that was something.
I'll tell you, I've always been a guy that likes to take chances. And when I first, I was on my bike, and then I got a motorcycle, and then I got all these things. And so I like that challenge that goes with it. And flying airplanes is a challenge. I loved it. They put one division, maybe it was two, I don't know, one or two divisions, each time to go after the kamikazes. That was your first goal, and it worked out okay. We got several of them. We missed a few too, and then later on, I even met a kamikaze pilot.
Really?
We had a good time together. Awesome. He was now a medical doctor, because the guy that was flying that plane that I shot down was a good friend of the doctor that I got to know. He was a kamikaze pilot, and anyway. So when I was telling him about this, he was very interested. He said, "Where did this guy get shot down?" And he was so many that, so I knew he was interested. And so finally it came out that was one of his best friends that I shot down. And but anyway, we solved that because he liked wine. He had a lot of wine stashed, so we killed several bottles of wine. The Japanese were very sincere people, and I really liked the Japanese. And boy, they didn't want to fight this war out any more than we did.
Also, I saw you got the Distinguished Flying Cross.
Oh, they handed out all
Just
kinds
handed
of
them out
stuff
to
like that. Everybody stick around. You get all kinds of junk coming on you.
Yeah.
Since I've been at KFGO, I've been lucky enough to go on one honor flight to Washington, D.C. And if I had to sum it up down to one word, it's emotional. I've been to D.C. many times over my life, but no trip feels quite like that one. You make deep connections with vets you spend merely 3 days with. You start off strangers to each other, and through the experience of the honor flight, you bond. Walking the many hallowed grounds with the men and women who served and fought for you without them even knowing you is quite a humbling thought. Hearing the many stories all these veterans have to tell, some of them telling those stories for the first time, makes you step back and take a moment to think. They answered the call of duty, some going far from home in a foreign land. Wherever the battle for democracy raged, America's soldiers made a stand. Welcome home from the honor flight, and thank you for your service.